Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our talk show. Today, we have a very special guest who has chosen to live on a mountain. Please welcome Mr. Smith.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Mr. Smith, can you please share with our audience why you have made the decision to live on a mountain?
Absolutely. Living on a mountain provides me with a sense of peace and tranquility.
That sounds fascinating. Can you tell us about any specific reasons that led you to choose this lifestyle?
Certainly. One of the main reasons is the opportunity for outdoor activities such as hiking and rock climbing. The mountain offers endless adventures that keep me physically and mentally healthy.
It sounds like living on a mountain has brought you many benefits. Do you face any challenges or drawbacks?
Of course. Difficult weather conditions, limited access to amenities, and the need for self-sufficiency can sometimes be tough. However, for me, the rewards far outweigh the challenges. The connection to nature makes it all worth it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Smith. It's truly inspiring to hear about your unique lifestyle choice.
Thank you. I hope my story encourages others to explore alternative ways of living.
People who love the sea can take up sailing in Ha Long Bay in summer. I was crazy about it when I first experienced sailing there last year. I went to stay with my uncle, who lives near the sea, for a month. He is a keen sailor and he suggested that I take part in the local sailing club in his neighborhood. During the first lesson, I learned how to steer the boat and some basic survival skills at sea. I found some things quite complicated at first. However, I soon mastered the basics with my uncle's support and help. By the end of the course, I was quite a competent sailor. I really got much enjoyment from talking with other people who were my age at the sailing club. After we became more experienced and skillful, we were permitted to take a small boat by ourselves. It was incredibly satisfying to take charge of my own boat and enjoy being independent. It was a lot more challenging for us to go sailing when the weather was bad. Although I even fell in the water once in a while, it was amazing to put much effort to keep the boat under control in the rough sea. In spite of the difficulties, I can't wait to go back there next summer. I am into sailing because it's challenging and sociable. Cyberbullying has become a painful reality for many teenagers today. It can have many forms, such as name-calling, spreading rumors, or sharing embarrassing photos or videos. As a teenager, it's important to understand the dangers of cyberbullying and to take steps to protect ourselves and stay safe online. Here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always think before you post or share anything online. Avoid posting or sharing anything that could be hurtful or offensive to others. Second, don't respond to cyberbullies or have any interaction with them in any way. It's best to block or report them to the appropriate authorities. Third, talk to someone you trust if you're being bullied online. This could be a parent, teacher, friend, or counselor. Remember, you're not alone, and there are people who can help. Finally, take care of yourself by getting enough sleep, exercise, balancing your life online and offline, and spending time with friends and family. By taking these steps, you can help protect yourself from cyberbullying and stay safe online.
Short answers to the following questions. Use no more than 3 words.
All living things need water, but water pollution has become a serious problem. polluted water is unsafe for drinking and for other uses. Water pollution happens when wastes and toxic substances make the water unsafe. There are two sources of water pollution: man-made and natural. Man-made substances pollute water when they flow into the water from factories and homes. Natural pollution occurs when rainwater with toxic chemicals flows into rivers or lakes. These rivers and lakes are a source of drinking water for humans. Water pollution has a harmful effect on our lives. But there are ways we can reduce water pollution. The first thing we can do is to treat water from factories and households. We should also stop littering, especially dumping waste into rivers and lakes. Finally, we can reduce water pollution by using green products and avoiding single-use products like plastic bags.
Hello, Cassie. Can you tell us what happened to you?
Yes. I was on a holiday in the mountains with my family last month when I experienced a natural disaster.
Oh no. What exactly happened?
My parents and I were walking on the side of the road. Then suddenly we heard a loud noise and we felt the ground shaking. We thought it was an earthquake, but then we saw rocks falling down the side of the mountain. It was a landslide. We ran as fast as we could to get out of it.
Oh dear. Was everyone okay?
Unluckily, my dad was injured.
Oh, how terrible.
Yes. I was terrified when we saw the rocks coming towards us.
Thank you for telling us what happened. Later, we are talking to...
Are these your photos from Go Wild?
Yes, it was amazing. That's the sunset on the second day, Tuesday. We made a fire and told scary stories when it was dark.
Cool. Did you really sleep outside?
No, we learned how to make a shelter when we got there on Monday, but it was cold at night, so we slept in tents in the end. A girl in my tent liked listening to the wildlife in the forest, but I didn't hear a thing. I slept so well.
It looks freezing.
Yes, but at least it wasn't raining. On Thursday night, there weren't any clouds, and we watched the stars. It was awesome.
And were there lots of spiders?
No, I think it was too cold for them. Honestly, Max, it was so good to do something different every day. On Wednesday, we walked up a path into the mountain to look for wild animals. Then we ate near a waterfall.
Did you see any bears?
No, don't be stupid. But we found a cave where hundreds of bats were living.
Now that sounds fun. I like bats.
It was. But the best day was the last day. We discovered unusual plants in the forest that you can use for medicine.
Great. Have you got something for a headache?